so it's November 3rd. We're just getting back in the stand. I had some stuff to do earlier today. I had to mow the yard, go to the dump. So I decided to do that today while it was so windy. Kind of lay down a little bit. This afternoon, we're getting back to what we know, what I like to do, and that's get the decoy out. We didn't hunt with the decoy this morning. I was just trying to let that buck kind of do what he had been doing the past couple mornings. But he was a no-show, so now we're back to hunting every deer on the hill. Like I said, we got the decoy right here at about 20 yards. The way I like to look for a spot to set that up is where it's going to be able to get, seen the easiest and the most, which is this field. But I also put it off to this corner because I anticipate that bucks are going to try to work this edge over here. So I put it at about 20 yards, and I put it where I can't shoot, but I can shoot either side of it because those deer are going to come in, they're going to try to circle it. So we got the decoy here, and we got that thick stuff behind us where we saw that buck go twice, so he could work that edge. We just got in here yesterday and kind of took our own advice and just made the move. You got to make a move when you pattern deer. So observation stand, we moved this, and now we'll see what happens. We got the rest of the week to hunt. It's supposed to cool down. Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. There will be blood outdoors. We just shot a buck. Oh my gosh, it was getting to be last light. I grunted a couple times real loud, and he come around that corner working a scrape. He made scrapes the whole way around. 20 yards, I thought he was gonna work the scrape. He walked right by it. He started coming around, came right underneath the drip edge of this pine tree. Started walking back out. I pulled back, hope the camera was on him. I was shaking so bad that deer was right underneath me. I gotta give a shout out to all my hunting buddies. Been texting throughout this past couple days. Been seeing a lot of deer activity in this cove. Seen a nice big 8-point Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon, decided to make a move over here. It was really windy, got in this pine tree, cut out good shooting lanes so I could shoot this edge. Man, I gotta give a shout out to my brother, Taylor, Double D, Andy Blaze. Gotta give a shout out to my buddy from work, Mike Deming. Been texting him all week, kinda just getting advice from different people, Zach Stagger. Shout out to my wife for letting me hunt all week. Oh my gosh, that was so cool. I just hope the shot's good. He groaned when I shot him. Oh man, I'm a little nervous. I didn't hear him fall. The arrow kicked out right here. Oh, he might not answer, he's working. Oh my gosh. Hung this lone wolf gear. I'm literally one stick and a couple branches up. This dang buck just put on a show. Oh my gosh. He's not gonna answer. Oh, I hope.
Hello?
What are you doing, buddy?
Nothing. What did you just do?
I just shot a buck.
Mommy, Daddy just shot a buck.
Yeah, I just shot a big, wide. I think it was only a 7-point, but he put on a show for the decoy. I shot him at like 10 yards. I don't know, my arrow spit out. I can see the arrow in the field. He groaned like crazy. So I don't know.
Send us a video.
Okay, I will. Okay. I think so. He groaned like crazy and he took off. He was underneath my freaking tree. Like he came around, made a scrape the whole way around. Scrape. Actually, I had him at 20 yards and he wouldn't stop. He came right underneath my tree and then started walking back out for the decoy and I shot him. He was quartering away. He groaned like, bleh, when I shot him. Like I've never heard one do that.
That's weird.
That is weird. I think I just let the air out of him. I think he was just freaking pumped and I think I just whacked him.
Awesome. Good job, babe.
Alright, I'm gonna come down, watch the footage and stuff, and then we'll see. I can see my arrow, I'll probably check it. Alright, love you.
Love you. Hey,
Bye.
help you find it?
We'll see. I love you, bye. Okay, I can see my arrow. I'm gonna leave everything in this tree. I'm gonna go down to the house, check the footage, check my arrow, take it back to the house and see what I can see. That was a cool hunt. I think I drilled him. Man, that thing had me shaking. Okay, there will be blood outdoors. Finally getting it done. Let's see what this blood looks like. Alright, so it's been about 2 hours since the shot. Had everybody come over, we watched the footage in slow motion. Definitely the buck was angling. He was quartering away real hard. I put the shot back. Back a little bit farther where I wanted to be, but I still think, since the arrow didn't go straight through, we're thinking it hit that offside shoulder. Just got a lot of confidence in those Schwacker broadheads, so we're going to go up, we're going to find blood and just kind of creep around. I'm telling you, I didn't hear that deer go up into the side bank, and it's so loud in the woods right now, I should have heard it go in there, so Not real sure what happened, but we're gonna go up and take a look. But what a cool hunt. Was kind of down on myself. Been sitting dawn to dusk sits for the most part. Yesterday I came out because it was so windy. We ended up moving the stand Tuesday. We're seeing deer go into that corner, so you'd be crazy to sit in your stand and watch them do that all season. So that's like one of our themes lately the last couple of years is, make adjustments as, lifetime. So we did that, got in there, just hadn't seen the deer activity yet, really didn't see that many bucks cruising through the food plot. Decided to go pull the decoy back out. Had hunted that morning, just kind of hoping that 8-point would cruise through like he had the 2 mornings before. That decoy just got him pumped up, hit the Bubeck call, ended up, doing a couple short grunts and then one long, 3-4 second, buck roar pretty much. And I looked around the corner and he just came pouncing through. So we're going to go up. We got everyone here. We're going to go up, put eyes on. We're going to take it easy. If we don't see blood, if we don't find him within the first couple 100 yards, we're going to back out. So we're thinking that he's dead in his first bed. So we're going to get up there and get after it. There will be blood outdoors. It was a cool hunt, man. Using that decoy, that buck was just, I don't know, he took 3 minutes to come in. He made a bunch of scrapes because he seen that decoy and he was just fired up. I don't think he looked at me one time. He was right underneath my tree even. So, cool hunt. Looks like a big 7-point. Yeah, we're going to go see what we can find. So stay tuned. There will be blood outdoors. Hoping this was wrapped up. And then if it's as good of a shot as I think it was, we all think it was, be heading to New York. So thanks for watching. Let's see what happens.
That's some quality whitetail management right there, bud.
Oh yeah. Oh, he did break off.
Because it's in that shoulder. It's in that opposite shoulder.
It doesn't stink.
Yeah, it's in the opposite shoulder. That's good blood. That's liver blood too, and lung blood, I'm telling you.
It's dark. Real dark, isn't it? We're rolling, so what do you think?
Well, we're just going to ease through. Like I said, as loud as it is, I didn't hear him go in the woods. For all I know, he could be on the other side of that pine tree.
What direction are we heading?
I would
Down
assume
this way, or
Talking about left this pine tree.
left
There's
the
a
pine tree?
trail up there, and it gets pretty thick towards the top. So I'm assuming he.
I mean, I just want to take it easy.
Gotcha.
If it didn't come out
Yeah, it's
the
gonna be
low
clogged
side,
up.
it might be hard to track him. Where? Oh, you kidding me? That's why I didn't hear him going to you. Are you kidding me? Oh, man. Oh my gosh, smell him?
Dude, look at the size of this thing.
Well, you didn't go far, did it?
Oh my gosh.
Well, you must have got.
What do you
Get a
think?
tag on him. Let's do this right.
Let's see. Right there's your Luminoc.
Oh man.
He didn't go.
Oh, why couldn't I
70
see him, dude?
Yeah.
I was right there.
I just came over to check his trail because I figured.
Well, because my heart was already sinking because there wasn't much blood, but we knew there wouldn't be. Oh, who's got their phone? Call my wife. Let her know. It has been done. He ain't a giant, but I'm telling you, you ain't gonna get much bigger of a 7-point.
Oh, I tell you. You want to talk to her?
It's
November.
It's the 3rd of November.
I see like people cutting themselves quite often with this thing.
Hello.
We found them.
Well, good.
Yeah.
November 3rd.
I need you to get the...
Did you go far?
Nope.
No, we didn't even
leave
clear
the
the
field.
field.
Now I can put my hands on him. Okay, Hagen, you're holding the good light. Way up.
Like
Ready?
this? Like this?
Let's see.
He died as soon as I shot him. Look at that thing.
That's a cool buck.
That is awesome.
That's the biggest buck.
Congratulations.
Is that the biggest? Dad, isn't that the buck that you wanted me to shoot?
I don't know if I've
Anybody-
seen this buck.
I got him on camera a lot.
Do you?
Yeah.
That is a good looking deer.
Man,
Wide.
and that's something.
That's sweet, right? Yeah.
What a cool hunt.
Yeah,
that's
buddy.
awesome, right?
Yeah, buddy.
Man, that hunt was the coolest hunt, man.
How
That
about,
buck, that decoy
how about the decoy?
is ridiculous.
That decoy should have been beat up 100 times over.
Except for the big ones I don't let get close enough, man. He would have. He was so mad. My
The female
stand is
bristled
not
up.
even 10 feet off the ground. And he was under my tree. He was under the drip edge of that pine tree. So he was 15 feet away from me. And I'm like, this isn't over. He's got to get out from underneath this tree somehow. And he just was worked up with that decoy. I moved the camera right above his head. Got it out to where he was. He was working another scrape.
It's
That
awesome.
decoy, not only does it bring them in, it just gives them so much distraction for you to get away with shooting them with a camera.
That's awesome.
Helps with the old self filming.
Yes, it sure does.
Hold him up again. Yeah, that's a stud.
Yeah.
He's an old
Congratulations.
deer. He's a big body deer.
Yeah.
And man, Blaze, what I would do if I was you, would take one of these tarsals, and Jeff, I'd take the other, because this guy reeks.
Heck yeah.
Woo-wee!
Man, what a hunt.
That's awesome.
Isn't it crazy how fast things can change?
Yeah.
Yep.
When
Your
you're
mood.
like, I just texted you, I was like, this is crazy. I've seen 2 yearling.
Well, you text me, you're like, I seen 2 yearlings. So my other buddy's hunting behind the lease, and he's seen a bunch of bucks 2 days ago and didn't see. I finally talked him into using decoys. Like, I had the worst luck with decoys. But he didn't see nothing tonight, and you just text me, and then 10 minutes later you called me.
Man, what a stud 7.
That's awesome.
I've never shot a 7-point, I don't think. I'm usually the oddball that shoots 9 points or something, but man.
Tell you what, there's a
And
lot.
this is not the buck. I looked at the film again. This is not the buck from the other day.
Tell you what, there's a lot of bucks unaccounted for up here. Yep, that's awesome. He's a cool buck.
Yeah, man. I'm like, there ain't no blood, dude. We're gonna have to come back tomorrow.
Well, I was just coming around that pine tree. I was gonna look for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I told you, when you told me, I'm like, he's probably heading for this trail.
Yep.
Because it's really thick up there. He didn't make
That
it.
trail.
He didn't make it at all.
That's why I didn't hear him go through the woods.
I can't believe you didn't see him when you got out.
I was like messing with the camera, and I don't know how I didn't see him. I don't know. Just shining the light over there and see how far we are from that pine tree. Oh my gosh, dude.
There's deer out there now.
Look at, that's how
wait.
far he went right there.
Decoy.
Decoy. Somebody grabbed it. Technically, I shot him out of the decoy. Look at that buck. He made so many scrapes on the way through.
I shot my
I
first.
think the important thing.
Buck on a decoy, right? That's
Yeah.
2 this year on a decoy.
Yeah, I shot my
Did you have
first.
one horn in?
No, I had 2 horns in, but he's only a 4-point. And I pinned his ears back this year. I never done that before.
I saw these decoys I've been trying to buy because we hunt separately.
Have huge tracks.
130-inch decoy. Well, who
Yep.
wants that?
Right. Scare them away.
And they always
the
say,
size.
you know, people say like, bigger the decoy, bigger buck. That's so much crap.
Yeah.
And
I don't know.
I mean, we started hunting decoys in
Indiana.
Ohio, Indiana.
Yep.
And we learned a lot, trust me. You put it up, I'll come back in the morning, get out there, and it's broke apart everywhere.
Yep.
So,
So every night I take it down and hide it in the bushes.
I've seen a lot where guys, like you said, will have like the 130-inch, and they'll just take a hacksaw to them and make them a glorified spike, or they cut the horns off of
It's not
them.
even like, you got to know you can't just take a decoy and put it out in the field.
I think even
You have to
this,
actually
even
know,
this deer, you have
placing him backwards, frontwards,
Right.
where a deer comes in, he's not going to come around the front of the head.
Right.
Always
to
goes
get
down behind him.
I find that broadside with me, because that way if he comes behind, you know, or if he swings around the front, either way he's going to be broadside. Because if you're straight on, I mean, he's not always going to circle behind. He can come. I don't know. I've always had great luck broadside.
We always preach about the decoys, and another thing is, I'm telling you, deer, just because it's November 1st, 2nd, 3rd, every deer's not the same.
That's right.
Like, their demeanor, every deer's not angry.
Another 8-point this size could have came in and not paid any attention. It was
They're
this
not in the mood
deer,
to
this
fight,
night.
right? They're not territorial, they're not nothing.
Oh, I got to put a shout out to Bubeck Custom Calls. Man,
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you what, I had 2 yearlings come out, and they went in a trail 45 yards away, and the button buck went in no problem. The doe was kind of trying to figure out what was going on. And I hit that grunt call, a couple short grunts, and then I let out like a buck roar, just a long, like a 3-second roar with that Bubeck call. And I looked up, and I could see legs and tree moving.
Yep.
I had to take the camera, my GoPro died. I had to take the camera off the mount, move it over, film him, and then put it back in the cradle, because I didn't know which side he was coming on.
Yep. You'll see, when I was up in New York, that video is going to be on here. That's a heartbreaker.
I'd like to do that one first.
Hit a big buck and didn't find it. Probably a 138 point.
Yeah.
Big buck. But I tell you right now, every third event was in Bubeck's call.
Yeah.
Even though you don't see any deer,
Don't
when I
mean
got
they're
up
not-
there, that stand has been there for a month and I have not hunted it. State game land, went up there, hit the call every 30 minutes, and here he comes.
Yep.
You just never know what's around, so you always got to pretend like there's a buck in your area. They can hear it.
And that one, you had the GoPro going, and you'll see what happens when you're trying to self-film a buck that's rutting and comes in, and you can't tell if it's coming this way, that way. How many times you had to let down? I think that was
three times, and then if you didn't have the camera, you could have been full draw here, but you're trying to move the camera around the tree in front of me, and you know, that's part of it.
shows how much goes into it.
Yeah, there's a lot, and you'll see even the buck I shot last weekend.
Yeah.
That I full draw, and I'm moving the camera with my arm
Right.
to get him in the zone. I mean, there's a lot. Shooting a deer is one thing. Getting
Getting the footage is
self-filming.
going. Yeah.
Self-filming
Blaze
is
holding the camera now, and he does a lot of self-filming. And
He's our saddle hunting guy this year.
saddle hunting guy.
He's testing out the old saddle.
testing her out. Yeah.
I mean, everybody who, you either commit to it or you don't. You either go out one time and you film, and you're like, well, I got to charge my batteries every time.
That's
I'm
right.
carrying an extra 30 pounds in the tree stand. When I go out, I got 2 cameras and 2 GoPros every time I go out.
Yep.
There's a lot of setting up, taking down. You don't sneak in the stand and you're ratchet strapping in a new spot. Your camera arm. There's a lot of stuff that goes
I think
into
the
it.
biggest thing comes down to you do all that work, and then if you're full draw and that deer's not in frame,
Yeah.
how bad do you want that shot? Do you let down and do you move it, and then we find, and you can see in some of our videos, we rush that shot afterwards, trying to keep that deer in frame. And that's where the Schwacker broadheads come in. So.
We've always done it. We've been filming for 10 years. I mean, you can
Yeah.
see my first video on there when I was
Yeah.
14, and we had a big old VCR on our shoulder, but that's something that when he shoots a deer, I push myself to do it.
Yeah.
Nobody pushed themselves.
Try
I
to get
guarantee
better
more
footage.
than these two.
Yeah.
So,
We've been doing this a long time.
and we do it for everybody to watch, but we do it more for this kid when he gets older to see, and Gabby, and everybody.
That's right.
When the kids get older, they can, you know, it's crazy to look back 3 or 4 years at the stuff this guy's done.
Just his voice changing throughout the last couple of years.
Yep. And the excitement never changes, whether it's a 4-point or
Yep.
a buck like
exactly
this,
right.
or
A doe.
Yep.
Yeah. So about the
if
family
it
and getting out there.
ever does change, you shouldn't be doing this
That's
sport.
right.
So, but what tree stand you have in there?
That was my lone wolf. So that was my lone wolf gear.
Yeah.
And I just hung that.
And that's something that, like, if he's gonna move a set, he's not gonna go with, you know, something heavy, stuff that we have around, or a big climb or something like that. The lone wolves and the lone wolf tree steps have been our #1 tree stand when we need to get mobile.
Yep.
And it's lightweight, and that's what we do.
Quiet.
Quiet. Yeah, you can't beat it.
So that deer isn't the deer that I was trying to kill. I had actually seen a nice 8-point, and I was on the phone with all these guys. What do you think I should do? Should I just sit here? Will he come by? And it was just we needed to make the move. So it's about last minute decisions.
We talk about this every year. You've done this for the last 3 years. I did it last year because you're like, hey, I seen this buck here. This is what
You got to move.
If you're sitting there waiting, sometimes they're in such a pattern, you know. Where he shot that buck, Decoy was, above him is all the bedding area, right? So them deer just comb that transition line and smell for does downwind. They don't even have to go in it. They know. They scent check that area, no problem. And that's our biggest thing I would tell anybody.
Make changes.
Transition.
Yep.
You got to be mobile.
Transition is huge. And if you're not hunting that, then...
Yeah, deer are creatures of edge.
I shot my first decoy buck this year.
Yeah, you did. And now you're
Set
hooked,
the
ain't ya?
pace, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's go get them taken care of. Get some, show the wife and get some more pictures.
Yep.
Well, thank you guys for watching, and we got a couple more tags to fill. You're busy working. Andy's got another week and a half off. Jeff's got some.
I'm going to put one on the ground.
Yep, Jeff's got some tags left.
I'm just going to throw all Jeff my camera gear.
That's it.
Here you go.
Got Missy's
About
got
to get
tag.
heavier. Yeah.
So, all right. Thanks for watching.
There will be blood.
There will be blood outdoors.